Yo, what's going on everybody, TK Gaming, and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 rebuilding video. And in today's video, we are going to be rebuilding the new looked San Antonio Spurs. So, there's been many rumors that LeBron James and Chris Paul could be leaving their teams in the offseason. Obviously, LeBron James to join a team in the West Coast to pursue an NBA championship, because Cleveland Cavaliers, unless they add another superstar, we don't see them getting over the hump. So, who knows if LeBron can do this? Probably not this offseason, but next offseason. And then Chris Paul is respectively looking to go elsewhere, and San Antonio has been a place that he could pursue in the offseason. So the biggest one would be these two players have to take really big pay cuts, and then LaMarcus Aldridge, Tony Parker would have to leave to add in the salary. So that's what I did, and this team would be led by Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, and Chris Paul, which is one of the best big threes that the NBA has probably ever seen, but obviously this team could compete with the Golden State Warriors right now for sure. So we're going to take a look at the coaching game plan. I like our starting lineup. We do need a shooting guard, and we need to improve our bench, but the big guy that I really like coming off our bench is DeJounte Murray, a really good young piece to our team, who is literally almost a second round pick. The Spurs are so good at drafting. He's going to be huge. David Lee's a big player, Bertans, Shumpert. So we kind of do need to improve our bench somewhat, but it really doesn't need that much work. So if we can go and get a nice shooting guard as well. So we're going to take a look. I want to improve our bench on just probably free agency. So we're going to go to free agents right here. There's not that many, so a shooting guard, Aaron Aflalo, is the best one, power forward. So there's not that many free agents that we can go out and get. But I do kind of like Bogut. He could be a nice rim protector coming off the bench. So let's see where he fits in on this team. He's probably not going to be playing, but he'd be a nice backup in case someone does get injured. So we're going to take a look at the player contracts and see who's getting paid the most. LeBron's has a player option at the end of this year, so we're going to try to win an NBA championship. And then Chris Paul is on a huge 5-year deal, so we have him locked up for many years to come. Then Kawhi Leonard has a player option after his second season on the team. So I don't know if I want to move on from Pau Gasol, but we're going to look at what we can get for him, because we need a big man inside. I'm not sure if he's that rim protector that we really need. So if we can get a good power forward or center better than him that is younger, because we're probably only going to get Pau Gasol for a couple more seasons out of him. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Derek Favors, okay. He's on an expiring deal. I wouldn't mind just keeping Pau Gasol, though, because he is a good player. And his cancer, okay. Average 14 and 8. Yeah, Pau is declining. Last year he averaged 9 and 9, so that might not be a bad trade. Tyson Chandler, he gives you rebounds, but he's declining as well, up there in age. I'm going to accept this deal. Pau Gasol going to Oklahoma City Thunder for Enes Kanter. So, next thing, we're going to go out and try to find a good shooting guard, and then I think that's all we're going to be trying to do really for this season. So, let's see who we can get for a shooting guard. We're not going to get any big name, except maybe Avery Bradley, no, Tim Hardaway Jr., get Tim Hardaway Jr. Glenn. What about Tyler Johnson? No. Rodney Hood. No one's gonna trade anyone with us because it just increased our odds on winning a championship. So what if? Okay, wow, Caris LeVert really improved. Okay, so Lance Stevenson wouldn't be a bad option. No. J.R. Smith. Wow, Kilpatrick, Jordan Crawford. So it looks like we're just going to be running with this team for this year, trying to win an NBA championship. So our starting lineup will be Chris Paul, Iman Shumpert, who's a really good defender, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, and Enes Kanter. So LeBron moves to the 4 position, so we really don't need a 4 anyways, because he's going to be playing the 4. DeJounte Murray, David Lee, Garrett Temple, David Bertans, Mo Williams, and then Andrew Bogut, and 4 Boss coming off the bench. So I'm really excited for this season. I'm going to simulate to the end of the season. I'll see you guys once we're done. So at the end of the season, LeBron James wins MVP, averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. Low numbers for LeBron, but still winning MVP. Glenn Ewing wins Rookie of the Year. Greg Monroe wins 6-man. Draymond Green wins Defensive Player of the Year. Kyle Anderson wins Most Improved. And Daniel Spencer, coach of the San Antonio Spurs, wins Coach of the Year. So going through, LeBron makes All-NBA first team. Let's see if we can get Chris Paul in any of these, and it looks like no, he doesn't make any of the All-NBA teams. Take a look at the standings. We did finish first in the West with a 68-14 record. We just went on huge runs all throughout the season, like 20-game winning streaks, 22-game winning streaks. We were just off and on all season, and then Taking a look at the player stats, LeBron led us in scoring, Kawhi right behind him, and then Chris Paul, who's injured day-to-day, but should be back, and then Enes Kanter. Like I said, Murray just did really well this year. He's basically a great player. He's so much more in the tank for us. LeBron led us in rebounding with 8, Enes Kanter right behind him. Assist was LeBron, and now where all of the fun begins. The playoffs. We're going to see if this team compete with the Western Conference. And we're going to submit the current round here. We're playing the Kings. We should easily go by them. But they tie up the series 2-2. We go up 3-2. And we move on. I don't know how this happens. We blow them out in Game 6, though. Rudy Gay, Buddy Hield. Okay, same team. How did that team go that far? Even for 6 games on us, I'm not sure. So, Golden State gets knocked out. What? Steph Curry. They lost Draymond. What? They got Giannis onto the Koopa. Wait, yeah, this is dumb. I thought that might have been Seth Curry, but no, this is dumb. Jared Jack, they lost. They have Draymond Green. No Klay Thompson. No Kevin Durant. They got onto the Koopa's brother. How did this happen? Their team was actually terrible this year. But we're moving on. We're going to see if we get any competition here in the Western Conference. But the Trailblazers are forcing a game on us. We're up 3-1. 3-2. And we move on to face the Timberwolves, which could be a scary matchup for us. Let's take a look at their team after the first game as we go up 1-0. So, they got Levine, Wiggins, and Towns. Same team, really scary roster here as they tied up 1-1. We go up 2-1. They tied up 2-2. This is going to be a really tough series as we go on and face the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals as we take an early 1-0 lead, 2-0 lead. Let's see who's on their team. Isaiah, really good team. Oh, they got Kevin Durant in the offseason. No way. So they were actually really strong front runners to get him when he was a free agent. But now they actually got him, and now they're in the NBA Finals. Down here for Kevin Durant, 18, 10, and 5. I'm not sure why he left Golden State as we're up 3-0 on the verge of sweeping, but they still a game, and we are NBA champions, San Antonio Spurs. In their finals MVP is LeBron James, 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. So this was pretty cool because there's been a lot of rumors that LeBron James, Chris Paul could be on their way to the East Coast, not the East Coast, the West Coast, and could be contending for an NBA championship this year, and could join the Clippers. Chris Paul could be joining the Clippers as well as LeBron James. Or the Lakers, or the Spurs. So this would be an interesting scenario. If you guys did enjoy and you guys want to see more of these, make sure you tell me in the comment section. And thank you guys for watching. And thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy TK Gaming or Tommy. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time.